myself Pankaj Duroy, and in this video we will study about types of operations for processors. Generally, the opcodes for different processors varies. The opcode for different processor varies means for every instruction there is the opcode which is understood by the computer system. Opcode is known as the operational code. For example, I am writing add instruction. So for add instruction, the computer will not understand the add instructions as ADD add as an instruction, but it will understand the opcode for that instructions. Right. For example, it can be the 8-bit opcode. It is for example that so this particular opcode may mean the addition. The another opcode may mean the subtraction. Right. So for every type of processor, let us consider from very basic processor like 8085, 8086, Pentium processor. Right. Nowadays you are using Core i3, Core i5, Core i7 processors. So for all those processors, the opcodes are varying. Opcodes are varying means the interpretation of those instructions into the binary will be different for different machines. But in general terms, the types of operations are similar, and those similar type of operations we will be discussing in this video. So the types of operations are data transfer operation. So this is the first type of operation in which the data is transferred from source to destination. Arithmetic operations. So arithmetic operations are generally the arithmetic operations that we do. So for example, addition, subtraction. So all these arithmetic operations are studied under this arithmetic group of instructions. Logical operations. So the logical operations like AND operation, right? Not operation, right? So in not operation we invert the 1 to 0, 0 to 1. So such kind of operations are coming under the category of logical operations. The next type of operation is conversion operation. In the conversion operation, we will going to convert the number from one form to another form. For example, I have a octal number, and that octal number I want to convert it into hexadecimal number. So with the help of proper instruction, what I will do, I will convert the number from one form to another form. Input output instruction. So with the help of this instruction, we can give input to some port of some device, and even we can give output to some device, some port. So these are the input and output instructions. Then system control instruction. So system control instructions are the instructions which are reserved for operating system itself. So in operating system premise, those system control instructions will be executed. The last type of operation is transfer of control instruction. So generally what happens in when we run the program, that particular program is executed one by one as instructions. So from first line of instruction to last line of instruction. So the sequence of execution of the instruction will be always sequential, because there is a program counter which is pointing at the next instruction to be executed, right? So the transfer of control instruction will transfer the flow of control of the instruction from one instruction to probably not the next instruction, but to some miscellaneous number of instruction, and this is also called as branching instructions. So there are some type of branches like conditional branch, unconditional branch. So these all the categories of instruction we will going to study in this video one by one. Now the very first type of operation is data transfer operation. So as the name suggests that it will going to transfer the content of one register to another register. Now while specifying the data transfer instruction, right, the data transfer instruction must specify the location of source and destination operand. Next, it should specify each location could be a memory, or whether it is a register, or whether it is a stack top. It also specifies the length of the data transferred, because from 16 bit of register I cannot transfer the content to 8 bit of register, right? So this is not possible. So the length of the data should be specified. Addressing mode also needs to be specified. So let us understand with the help of example. Move. So this instruction is used for data transfer. So there are so many examples of data transfer group. Out of that, some instructions we are taking as an example here. So move AL comma BL. So what will happen in this particular, here the contents of BL will be transferred to AL register. So this is known as the data transfer instruction. Again, another type of instruction is push AL. So this push AL will do one thing, that the contents of the AL register, AL is the 8-bit register, the content of the AL register will be moved at the stack top, because this is a data transfer instruction. And now you can easily tell me that what is the addressing mode of these both instruction. The addressing mode is register addressing mode here, and in this instruction it is also a register addressing mode, because the appearance of the operand, right? So both the operands here are registers. Now let us understand the second type of operation, that is known as arithmetic operation. So arithmetic operation, in this arithmetic type of operation, we will going to perform different arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We can also perform the single operand instructions, that is absolute value calculation, incrementing the contents of the register, decrementing the contents of the register, negating the contents of the register. Now I want to tell you that the instructions are, some of the instructions are zero operand instruction. For example, there will be only instruction and that will not have any operand, right? There will be some instructions which will have only one operand. For example, absolute. Now here with this absolute instruction, we can have the ABS as the instruction. Increment. So here the increment will take only one operand. One operand will be incremented by 1. Here in decrement instruction, it will going to take only one operand, and that operand will be decremented by 1. And similar for negate. So it will going to convert the positive number to negative number and negative number to positive number. So they all will have the single operand over here. But on the other hand, the addition instruction, subtraction instruction, they will have two operands. So let us take one example for arithmetic group of instruction, right? Add AL comma BL. So what will happen here? The contents of AL register, 8-bit register, will be added to BL register, and the result will be stored inside the AL register, right? So all are 8-bit registers and the result will be saved inside the AL register. Next, sub. So it will, for subtraction, it will take two operands, AL and BL. Here there are two operands. So AL minus BL will happen and the result will be stored inside the AL register. So they are known as, two operand instruction. So there are also some instructions which are three operand instructions, right? So in this arithmetic group of instructions, we will perform all the arithmetic operations. Now logical operations. Here our two purposes are actually satisfied. We are also learning the types of operation, and with the help of that we are learning what are the different types of instructions that may appear in front of us as a learner of this particular subject. Now in logical operations, we will be interested in performing all the different types of logical operations. So as you can see with this particular table, right? So you all know about the truth table for the logical operations. Now those truth table will be applicable while getting the answer for those instructions. So let us take one example. For example, we are given with the AL register. AL register is 8-bit register, and this particular AL 8-bit register is storing this particular value 0011. 0011, and BL register have this value, that is 1111 and 0000. Now this is what is the given data, and the question is perform the AND operation for AL and BL. So here the respective bits, right, will be performed with an AND operation. So with AND operation, if both the values are 1, right? So how the instruction have written AND AL comma BL, right? And in assembly language programming, the semicolon indicates that now ahead to this the contents are commented, right? So this is the content which is actually commented, right? This is the commented content. So AL will going to store the result of AL and BL, right? So now if I will add these two numbers, what result I will get? So I should have 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 0, it's 0 1 1 0 0. So 0 0 1 1 4 times 0. So this is the result which will get stored inside the AL register, right? So in the similar fashion, this particular table is mentioned. So P and Q have some values. Now not of the P will be the negation of the numbers. So 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 1 to 0. AND operation, in AND operation I will have for the values 1 and 1, my answer will be 1, rest of the values will be 0. For OR operation, I will have the values which are 0 0 as a 0, remaining values will be 1. For XOR, if I have different inputs, then the value will be 1, otherwise the value will be 0. And for P equals to Q, if both the values are equal, then I will get the value 1, otherwise I will get the value 0. So this is what is all about logical operations. Now conversion instructions convert one form of word to another form. For example, I have a binary number and that I want to convert it into decimal number, right? I have a decimal number, I want to convert it into hexadecimal number. So such type of operation will come under this particular category. Input output, right? The transfer data from specified IO port or device to destination. So for that purpose, input output types of instructions are used. For example, for some from some IO port, you want to transfer the data to probably main memory or processor register. So there are some specific group of instructions which will be used for this purpose. System control, right? So these instructions are reserved for the use of operating system. So they are working in some privileged area, and that is to reserve for operating system, right? So for example, access to process control block, right? So process control block, it is for every process there is a process control block which is keeping more information about the process. So access to process control block in multi-programming system happens with the help of this system control instructions. So there are so many purposes and so many work for operating system to do for itself, right? Irrespective of doing the work for user, operating system have to do some work for itself, right? So in that case, these instructions will be useful. Now next is, and the last one is transfer of control, right? So in transfer of control, these types of instructions are generally doing what? They are focusing on transferring the control from one line of instruction to some unexpected line of instruction. It means that we know the working of the program counter, right? So what does the program counter work? Program counter always focuses on the next instruction to be executed. But in this particular case, depends on some condition, the control of the program is going not to expected line but to some unexpected line, and because with some reason, and the reason is these instructions are also called as branch instructions, and because of that they are actually transferring the control from one line to unexpected line, right? So for example, branch if positive. So in this case, what will happen? If the number is positive, there will be a branch. Branch if negative. If the number is negative, then it will going to branch. So branch you must have experienced in your programs, right? So from it is like jump instructions. So to some specific location, if we want to jump, we are using these types of instruction. Branch if 0. Branch if overflow. Branch if equal, right? So for example, branch if positive to some X memory location.